Hey, how you doing? Let me make sure mic check. Is this thing on? How you guys doing? So, listen, I wanted to hop on and talk about success. Um, I just got off of a phone call with a client of ours in Bangkok, Thailand, and she is absolutely an amazing woman. Absolutely amazing woman. Um, that I'm attempting to help her with some technical stuff. Hey, Tiffany! Oh my gosh, it's Tiffany Oyby! Get out of here! Tiffany is on here. You got to be kidding me! What's up, Jason Alt? So I just got off this call and been sitting here chatting with a client of mine in Thailand. She actually has a home in Thailand and a home in here in the States. She's been on Oprah several times. She's a big deal. Her name's Dr. Cherie Carter Scott. She is amazing. What's up, Brad French? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Beth Hoover, what's going on? So Frank Crenity, I see Frank Crenity on here. What's up, Frank? So the quickest, easiest way to success. I want to talk about that. I'm getting ready to go live in my private group to do some training, and I thought I would jump on here real fast first. What's up, Ross? How you doing, man? So the quickest way to success in life. I was thinking about this friend of mine when I first decided that I was going to stop drinking alcoholically, which means I miss you too, bro. When I first made the decision almost 17 years ago to get sober and stay sober, there was this woman, and I love this woman dearly. She was in her late 70s, early 80s. She had been sober longer than God. Her name was Viv, Miss Viv. Loved this woman. She had like 40 years sober or something. Like something I could not relate to and didn't want to relate to. What's up, Weldon? And Frank, come back. Dude, I need to come back, dude. You know I need to come back there. I need to be your handler, man. I'm your manager and your handler, your partner. Like, dude. But anyway, so I said to Miss Viv one day, I said, Miss Viv, how in the world do you stay? Like, I was newly sober. The only thing I knew was to drink. This whole sobriety idea sucked. I hated the whole thought of it, but like I needed to do it, right? But like, I was like, how in the world, Bill Have, what's up, my brother? How in the world do you stay sober for 40 years or whatever it was? She was this funny old lady from West Virginia, and she looked at me and she said, honey, in her raspy old voice, honey, the way you stay sober for 40 years is you don't drink and you don't die. And then she would start laughing. I was like, that's it? Like, you just don't drink and you don't die. And so I was thinking about that earlier. I was thinking like okay, what's the way to success? Because I have been through the ups and downs, man. I mean, I have been through them as most people have. I'm not. That's the other thing is everybody walking around on this world, we all think we're unique. Like we're unique in our challenges. We're unique in our dreams, and everybody wants more out of life. Everybody wants more. They roll the dice. They make mistakes. They screw up. There are people that'll tell you they're perfect. They're not perfect. They're far from perfect. And if they tell you that they are perfect and they do everything right, then guess what? They'll lie to you about other stuff too. Here's the thing. You're going to make mistakes. But what happens is people start pivoting. They start, oh God, I made a mistake. I saw somebody post, a car salesperson posted something about the customer decided they wanted this car, and the guy's like, okay, let's move this car over to the sold car area, and they jumped the curb in the car or something, like damaged the car, obviously. Like, that's a mistake. Things happen, right? But what happens? What's up, William McCormick? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. So, people, what happens is we make these errors. We make mistakes in judgment. We make mistakes in our careers. We make mistakes in our businesses. And then we get frozen in fear. And what happens then is we start going, well, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe instead of selling cars, I should sell websites. Or maybe instead of selling websites, I should sell coffee. Or maybe instead of because I've done web development for 20 years, right? So maybe instead of doing all of the stuff that I know I'm good at, I made this huge error, and as a result, I should probably just throw in the towel and go sell windows and siding, or I should change jobs. I dropped a tray as a waiter or a server and shattered all the glasses, spilled it all over everybody, and maybe that's just not for me. I should go do something else. See, the quickest way to success, and Frank Criniti and I talked a lot about it. If you don't know Frank Criniti, follow that dude, because I'm telling you, the guy is unbelievable. I mean, he's only 40 years old and he's got the wisdom of a 120-year-old. So I'm talking to him, we're talking about, mistakes we make in business or in our careers or whatever. And he said, man, you know what it is you got to just as quick as possible, get over it. Get over it. You got to get over it. Have you ever seen a cat? Cats are really I'm not a huge cat person, but cats will make stupid mistakes, right? They'll try to do something and they'll fall, or they get up and move on. Dogs do the same thing. I've seen this puppy we have run into a wall. It doesn't go sit in a corner and get all depressed about running into the wall. It gets up and it keeps going. So the quickest way and the easiest way to success is you don't give up and you put the ball bat down. Put the ball bat down. We beat the crap out of ourselves over and over and over and over for the mistakes that we've made. And do you know, what's up, Linda Ann? How you doing, girl? Hey, Larry, what's going on? Larry Schneider in the house. Do I see Brian Hess on here too? What's up? So we're the only species on the planet that does that. Do you know that? We're the only ones that do it. We screw up, we make a mistake, and we expect ourselves to be perfect, I guess. I don't know what it is. But we make these mistakes and then we beat the crap out of ourselves over and over and over and over. You're still beating the crap out of yourself over something you did when you were 7 years old. And you might be my age, 50 years old, still playing those tapes in your head. And that's what separates us from the other species on this, the other mammals on this planet, other creatures, living beings on this planet. Do not do that stuff. Imagine a fish that gets off the hook, right? You think he's never going to go after a worm again or after whatever? No, man. He's like, whoa, that hurt. I got a hook in the mouth, but I got away. I'm good. So I'm not ever eating again. Won't be trying that. No, man. They're like, oh, that was dumb. Won't do that again. Well, I'll look for that shiny hook the next time, right? You just got to move on from the junk. You got to let it go. and accept that you make mistakes. Communication, not me, look and move forward. That's it, man. That's it. And you've got, so you got to just move forward. So the fastest way and the easiest way to massive success in life, I'm getting an error message. To success in life is to not give up. You don't give up. You make your mistakes, learn from your mistakes, correct what you can. I mean, I have made so many mistakes, some of them the same exact mistakes with a different lining to it or something, right? Like maybe not the exact same mistake, but I've made very, very similar. I'll get you a cheesesteak. Dude, don't threaten me with that, dude. I'm telling you. So Josh O, thank you, brother. I appreciate you sharing this out. Wendy, how in the world are you? Jill's upstairs with Abigail. Brian Hess says, your mindset will never reach its maximum potential until you forgive yourself for your past. Forget about it. That's right. And you know, look, I've had to like literally say prayers to and meditate on forgiveness from my screw ups. I mean, we make mistakes, man. We make mistakes. We all do. And not one of us is infallible. And if you think you are, then you're on the wrong live stream, man. I don't like to hang out with perfect people. I like to hang out with people that are honest, that can say, yeah, I screwed up. I made a mistake. And I'm letting it go now. So that's the part that, and don't let other people drive your mistakes down your throat and in your face either. Like, get away from those people. Those are negative Nancy's. Get away from them. Get away from the people that are going to remind you of your mistakes. Seriously. Cut them out of your life. If it's on Facebook, block them. Get them away from you. So, like, listen. The fastest way to massive success is you don't give up. Don't give up and put the ball bat down. Stop beating yourself up. We all do it. I find myself sometimes I'll be like, you know what I'm talking about, right? And people that say, he hears voices in his head. Of course, we all do, man. You have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. Those are the voices you're hearing, those thoughts going on. But the problem is most of us are replaying the same tapes over and over and over and over and over. And they're the errors that we made most of the time. Let it go, man. Let it go. You're never going to achieve what you want to achieve. You can write down all of the goals that you want. You can write down all of the positive affirmations that you want. You can write all of that stuff down. You can be the most positive person on this planet. But if you are not forgiving yourself for the mistakes that you've made, you are screwed. I promise you're screwed. Love being you or nobody will love being with you. Amen. Amen. That's so true. Josh says, if I couldn't forgive myself, I would have given up long ago. Dude, that is right. Josh O says about 90% of our thoughts are repeats of yesterday's. Boom. Becoming Supernatural, Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you've not seen the interview that Ed Milet did with Dr. Joe Dispenza, I suggest you get off of my live stream right now and go look that up because, oh my gosh, it is unbelievable. So yeah, you're right, Josh. 90% of the things that we're thinking today, we already thought yesterday. And the problem is a lot of them are lined with that negative stuff about ourselves and what we've done wrong, and the conversations are about like, now what's going to happen? If this happens, then that's going to happen. And this will happen. And it's all these negative thoughts that we have. We get Frank said, I forgive all of you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I need you to forgive me because I am not driving back to Philadelphia tonight. So Brian Hess says, we get along well, Ken, because I was once a giant. Nice, dude. Nice. So, listen, the fastest way to success is to learn how to forgive yourself. It's to learn how to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes that you've made, the people you've harmed. Make right the errors of your ways. Make your wrongs, make them right. As best as you possibly can, make them right. And then keep driving forward. If you love being a server and you see a long-term career, or maybe you're going to own a restaurant, or maybe I don't know, whatever it is, like, keep pushing forward. Get through it. You're going to get through it. There's the one positive, I am 1000% positive about this, and that is everything changes. Everything changes. Whatever you're feeling or going through in this moment, dude, like, look, tomorrow, the next day, 3 weeks from now, I don't know when it's going to be, maybe an hour from now, it might be 30 minutes from now, you're going to feel different. Everything gets better. Always does. It always, always, always does. My wife and I have faced some massive challenges over the last 3 or 4 years. In particular, it's been a battle, man. And look, man, when you're at war, typically you're at war with yourself right here, right? And once you get through that and you understand that, you just have to make some mental adjustments, some focus adjustments, like adjust what you're focusing on and start focusing on what you want to create. But the biggest thing is you've got to forgive yourself for your mistakes and the errors that you've made. You've got to forgive. And this is a big one. This is a really big one. You have to forgive people who've done you wrong. And that is tough, man. I mean, that's tough. I remember when I first got sober, somebody said, I was really resentful towards one particular person. And this dude says, bro, you got to pray for that person. I said, pray for him to burst into flames, maybe. And they're like, no. You have to pray for the same blessings that you desire in your life, that they receive the same blessings. I was like, dude, that's not happening ever. Like, it's not happening. This SOB, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And then you know what? You're screwed. Life's always going to be miserable. And more than likely, you're going to be drunk and dead, because that's the way I drank when I drank. And I was like, dude, what? I'm not praying for that. Like, it's not happening. He's like, then just go drink. This isn't for you. Go drink. I'm like, but I don't want to drink. That's why I'm here. And he's like, well, if you're here, then this is what you need to do. Right? So I finally mustered up the courage to say, before I went to sleep that night, and God bless, blah, blah, blah. And I did not mean it. I'm just telling you, I did not mean it at all. Not even a little bit. I didn't care. I actually wanted to say, God, may they burst up in flames. Like, I didn't care. But then it became this thing where every single night before I went to sleep, I made sure I ended with, and God bless, blah, blah, blah. And then I don't know when it was. I think it was around the 30 days later mark. I said it. And after I said it, I was like, whoa, I think I meant it. I think I meant it. And then I'm like, I did mean it. I started checking my heart. Like, I was like, Oh my gosh, I actually have forgiven that I can't believe it. I've forgiven. It's gone. The hatred that almost killed me drinking for so many years was gone. It had left my heart. So, now, was that $10 to the first one who guessed? You're messed up, dude. Clearing your head of all toxic thoughts, and you'll be amazed at how much space will open. Amen, dude. Amen. Josh, thanks for being on, bro, if you're still here. Andrea, yes, literally, you got to pray for them. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. Yes. You have to pray for the people that have done you wrong. And you have to ask for yourself. You have to be able to say, and forgive me. But more importantly, help me forgive me. Help me forgive me. Nobody wants to make mistakes. Nobody wants to be a screw up. Nobody. Not one person on this planet. See, there's people out here that screw up. They make mistakes, and then they come off with some arrogant crap on hey, Tia Smith, hi, in Santa Barbara. They come up with this arrogant disposition that I didn't do it. I didn't do it, or I didn't, but dude, everybody knows that you make mistakes, man. You want to know how you can tell if you're making mistakes? Do this. Go. Take a deep breath. Are you breathing? Yeah? Okay, good. You make mistakes. That's how you can tell if you're capable of making mistakes. So, hey, Larry, how in the world are you? I'm like the Steve Harvey of your lives. I always make you laugh. That is true, bro. So, look, learn to forgive others, but more importantly, learn to forgive yourself. And if you really want to reach massive success quickly, keep doing what you're doing. Stay in the same career. Don't try to shift gears. Don't try to go, well, I've done this for 6 months. I tried the car sales gig. I did it for 6 months, man. It's not making any money. No, man. If that's what you want to do, is you want to sell cars, then dude or dudette, give it everything you have. Give it everything that you have. And accept the fact that you're going to screw up. It's going to happen. But the key to success is forgiving yourself and forgiving others, forgiving them. Let it go. Frank says, dude, never let them see you sweat. Never let them see you sweat. If you haven't read the book by David Goggins, listen to it on Audible because it is unbelievable. Like, seriously. That dude, you want to talk about, like, that dude watched his stepfather get shot in the forehead in a gang fight or something. I forget how it happened. But, like, this guy has been through it from the hood to considered the toughest man in the world. Like, this guy is unbelievable. And it's called Can't Hurt Me. That book is unreal. I mean, unreal. You want to talk about developing a mindset of a champion, the mindset of a beast, the mindset of somebody that will not and cannot be stopped. Listen to that book on Audible. Listen to it. You can read it later, but listen to the book because it's an expanded version. Him and the guy reading it talk in great detail about each and every chapter. You don't get that in the book. It's unbelievable, seriously. Like, I listened to it on my drive back from Philadelphia. I listened to it on my drive to Philadelphia, and I literally, like, I wanted to just, like, get out of the car and run. Like, I just, like, it's so powerful. You've got to listen to that book. David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. Look it up. It's a good book. Jerry Acuff is in the house. Mr. Jerry Acuff, how in the world are you doing? Look, there's a perfect example. Thank you for sharing, Susan. You're awesome. Jerry Acuff is on here. I don't know if he say hi if you're still on here, Jerry. Um, the book is called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, a U.S. Navy SEAL. This guy, dude, it'll this book will mess you up, I promise you. But Jerry Acuff is one of the top 5 sales experts on planet Earth. On planet Earth. And I talked to this guy the other day for what? I think Jerry and I talked for at least 45 minutes on a phone call. He's a great friend of mine and an amazing human being. And he's one of the top 5 sales experts on the planet. On the planet. And I just got off the phone call with Dr. Cherie Carter Scott, who's been on Oprah, I don't even know how many times. Like, she is an amazing woman. Like, and I'm not saying that to brag to you, okay? I promise you I'm not. I'm saying that to say, man, look, anything is possible. Anything. I'm a freaking high school dropout. I don't have a college alma mater or whatever. I don't even know how to say alma mater. Like, I don't have that. I didn't get that. But anything is possible when you educate yourself. Best Audible book in Audible book history. It is, dude. Frank Crinitti is right. Jerry, great to see you, brother. Good to see. It was great talking to you the other day, man. Thank you for the time. You're an amazing human being. Tia, yeah, check it out. Now, I'm gonna tell you, if you're opposed to language, you don't want to listen to it, okay? But if you want to change your life by hearing how this guy is, I can't, like, it's incredible. So, look. You can accomplish anything, but the first 2 most important things are this. Number 1, you have to forgive others. Number 2, you have to forgive yourself. And then number 3 is, man, don't be wishy-washy. Don't jump all over the place. Stay focused for a very long time. A very long time. And I'm going to give you a Frank Crinitti example. Frank Crinitti is, I believe to date, he's sold more cars than anybody ever has on planet Earth, with over 13,000 cars sold. That's got to be some kind of a world record, right? Like, the guy sells over 100 cars a month single-handedly. He has a lot guy that helps him. A lot guy. Okay? Frank did not start in his first year selling 100 cars a month. I think it was 4 or 5 years ago when he finally hit that stride. So after 14 years of every day, probably 5-6 days a week, working bell to bell, they call it in that business, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Frank finally hit his stride, and he hit 100 cars a month. And he's never looked back. Never looked back. The guy is on track this month, which he won't hit it because he's going out of town for a week. But the dude is on track to do 164 cars this month by himself. All right. Now, how did Frank get to 100 cars a month? Number 1, he just said it. He stopped making excuses for himself. Number 2, he never gave up. He's been with the same dealership for 19 years. 19 years in the same dealership. I was there for 4 days, and I was like, I'm sick of this place. I'm just kidding. But I mean, 19 years going to the same freaking place. And he's on track to do 164 cars this month on his own. Like, by himself. He has his team. He's laughing. His team consists of his finance manager that handles all of his business manager handles all the financing stuff. And then this lot kid that helps him deliver the cars and explain the vehicles. That's it. That's his team. And the dude is killing it. Killing it. So he lost all of his excuses. He lost all of his excuses. He does not beat the crap out of, and look, I know him now really well. I just spent a week with the guy, and he makes mistakes. He won't tell you about them, but he makes mistakes. But the thing is he doesn't beat himself up. He does. Sorry, I'm thinking of one in particular. No, I'm not. So, but like, we all screw up, man. Everybody does. We all make mistakes. We make mistakes in judgment. We make mistakes in our businesses. We make mistakes in our careers. But you got to put the ball bat down, man. You can't beat yourself up. Let it go. And never let them see you sweat. If you get some stick-to-itiveness, you like stay in the game and you don't give up. I don't know. I just think it's funny because you're like the most perfect human being I think I've ever met, besides my daughters, dude. But like, air it out. I can't think of one, man. If I think of one, I'll post it later. But like, like seriously, like, you gotta put the ball bat down. You don't beat yourself up. If there's people out there that have done you wrong, dude, you have to forgive them. Hey, Laura Wilkerson, how in the world are you? Like, you have to forgive those people. And most importantly, forgive you. You got to forgive yourself, man. You got to let it go. Like, you do have to let it go. If it takes playing the the Elsa song, let it go. What's up, Channing Gardner? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. So let it go, man. Let it go. Stay in the game. Keep swinging. Keep running. Keep fighting. Don't pivot. Don't move from job to job to job to job, because you're starting all over back from zero every single time you do that. Don't do that. The trick is to stay in the fight, man. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. And get around some good people. I literally spent a week over there, a solid week with Frank Crinitti, one of the number one car salesmen ever on this planet. And the dude is not selling cars. He's not selling cars, man. As ironic as that sounds, I know it sounds ironic. That dude doesn't know anything about cars. I'm surprised he knows how to put gas in a car. Like, he knows nothing about cars, okay? He's not selling cars. He's not. If you want to know what he's selling, he will tell you what he's selling, but it is definitely not cars. However, he does get compensated by people purchasing vehicles from his place of employment, but he's not selling them. He's not selling cars. Let that one sink in for a little bit. I'm going to go. I want you guys to have an absolutely amazing week. The number one thing you can do to have an absolutely amazing week is forgive others, forgive yourself, and stay focused. Stay in the game. Don't try to shift careers. Don't think tomorrow morning, man, I don't feel like selling cars tomorrow. I think I'm going to go look for another job. I'll sell websites. Now, if you do want a job selling websites for me, I am looking for someone to do that. So hit me up. I'd love to give you a job. Anyway, listen, have a great night. And if you know anybody looking for a website or marketing or social media help, I'm your guy. Hit me up. Hit me up. I've worked with some of the top people on planet Earth, and I can help anybody. So thank you all. Love you all. Appreciate each and every one of you. You have a super fantastic night, and we will see you soon. And I think this just froze. There it is. It's back. See you guys. Have a great night. What's up, Samuel J. Sneed? How you doing, bro? See you guys. Peace.